Greetings! Let's drink too many spirits while we talk about too many spirits.
It's too many spirits! This is the show where we drink our drinks and read your spooky ghost stories.
Tonight we're gonna be filming 4 episodes, all the episodes being filmed tonight. So right now, we're pretty normal. But by the end of it, we're gonna be different. You almost lost me there, camera. Get over to him. Get over.
As always, we'll be enjoying a tasty beverage prepared by our cocktail maestro, Stephen Lim. Oh, Stevie, what do you got for us tonight?
I know what you're thinking. Steven, you're still here on this little show, Too Many Spirits? Like, I thought you would have been called up to the big leagues by now. But this is the big leagues. I said no to other gigs I had.
That was a journey.
Okay, welcome now to Steven's Bar. No, shoot, why do I keep messing up?
Steve's Bar. You can take a breath, man.
Welcome to Steve's Bar. I'm your host, Steve, and my name's Steve. Actually, it annoys me when people call me Steve.
Why would you?
Then why would you?
Okay, what do we have here? What is our second drink? I know what you're thinking. It's gonna be sick, it's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be sickly sweet.
It's called Watermelon Sugar Dye.
Harry Styles.
You heard of him?
Watermelon sugar dye?
I think it's high, isn't
Hi,
it?
but we're on TMS, so it's dye. That's right, we got a watermelon sugar drink, and I brought out the watermelon.
Okay, just take it easy, man. We're just gonna let this happen, huh?
What are you doing?
Okay, you be careful.
Oh, trust me. Ever heard of this show called Disgranted? Coming soon. Okay, we got our watermelon, and I cut it open. So we're gonna mash up some watermelon sugar dye. Woo. Throw that in there, and I'm gonna mash it up to turn that into juice. I mean, the recipe calls for like a little immersion blender, but I'm a blender. I'm an immersion blender.
What?
Immerse yourself in this blender. Come on down.
Popey.
With a little bit of vodka, and you know how I do with the measurements, right?
You don't.
So we need exactly 1.75 ounces of vodka.
That actually was, you know,
That felt right.
that felt good for once.
All right, get wrecked, Shane.
Okay.
I was paying you a compliment.
And next up, we have our lime juice. You know what's funny about lime?
What?
It's like lim with an E.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what E is? Ecstasy. Who's knocking? Juice, lim juice.
Don't call it
lim juice.
Everybody likes a cold drink.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
It looks like a badger caught your hand.
Not a lot of volume to this drink, huh?
You right, Ryan. There's agave in here too.
I hope that's not gonna make the rest of the volume up.
All agave.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good for that. That's not what I was trying to do.
Is that how it's supposed to look, or?
Oh, I think we're missing out on some juice.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Basil Bay. Sorry. Mint Bay. I got the note from off camera. It's Mint Bay. Oh, damn.
You're dropping it from less than a foot.
I just fixed it in post, you know. All right, we got some mint, and I present to you watermelon sugar dye.
I like that there's a lime and a watermelon garnish. Ooh, ooh. Huh?
Juicy, that's a juicy lime.
I'm gonna take a bite of this first.
Oh, I'll let you do that. Is it boozy?
Oh, it is bougie.
That's a horrible drink.
Fizzier than I expected.
You like that?
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. This tastes like a mason jar full of vodka and someone was like, with a watermelon. Look how clear that is.
Yeah, eat the watermelon.
The watermelon's very good.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's a 4 out of 10. It's a 4 out of 10. I feel it in my bones.
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Oh, off
Get
the
the bounce.
rim, as they say in basketball.
So don't try that, but I appreciate the effort. It's a real rim job, that's what they say, Shane.
We got ourselves a rim job. Then why don't you take it away this time, Ryan? I'd love to hear a yarn.
Here we go. Here it comes from user MadMads513 from Instagram. In middle school, my best friend and I were obsessed with Ouija boards and the like. So naturally, we tried to get my best friend possessed. We sat by the board and asked if the spirit would possess her, as you would. It said yes, so we were excited, but also a little scared, as you would be, except if you're you and you don't feel fear.
I hate Ouija boards so much.
It went on for a while doing figure eights and talking about random things. We asked why it wasn't working and it spelled out a single word perfectly, which it hadn't done before. N-A-K-E-D, naked.
Oh, like the demon is naked?
No, I think the demon wanted to see them naked. What a fucking pervert, dude.
Pervert demon, pervert.
This is in middle school. This demon should be sent to hell.
Oh, wait, should it be sent to heaven? Because that's the opposite of...
No.
Demon don't like heaven, though.
Yeah, I guess if you're like, to a demon like, hey, you're a bad guy, you should go to hell. And he's like,
that's where my flat is, mate.
At this point, we noped out because we were pretty sure some perv ghost was just trying to see some titties. What the fuck?
Okay.
I think this demon should be canceled.
Quite possibly.
This demon's got some demons.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I could think is that Ouija boards are fully controlled by the humans operating them. So
you think someone at the party wanted to get naked then?
Yes.
Is this coming from personal experience?
Yeah, I clearly go to a lot of parties where people want to get naked. I mean, but Ouija boards are fully controlled by people.
I don't know.
They are!
I don't know.
The only time anything has ever happened with a Ouija board, we were at the Mystic Museum. Love that place, great place. The people were controlling it. Were they not?
I can't confirm or deny.
Oh, I remember afterwards you were like, I saw the muscles flexing.
I did not say
You said that!
I did not say that.
You said it!
Don't you fucking point at me.
You said it!
You don't point at
I
me.
will point at
No,
you,
don't
son
point
of a
at me.
bitch!
Not a...
Sorry, Linda. Respect to Linda.
Okay, put your finger back up and retract it. Do it like this. It's done.
Sorry, I called you a son of a bitch. Your mother's a lovely woman.
Thank you.
Last episode, I went on a tirade about not calling mothers bitches.
I know.
And here, episode 2, Linda Bergara is a bitch, is what I'm going to say. That's basically what I said. And I feel bad about it.
You did say that. That's
She's
true.
the loveliest lady. Into the soggy. Oh,
wow, that just came back like Captain America's shield.
this is how it's done, bro.
That was impressive.
Oh, thank you.
I'll give you kudos for
Thanks.
that. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10 spirit because I don't like.
That's a nasty.
I don't like that nasty demon.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 10, a well-told story, a nasty demon.
Wait a second. What if the demon was asking for a naked juice?
Oh, that's so much more.
Yeah,
yes.
because he's like,
like,
dude,
bro, I've had a couple late nights.
I need some nutrients.
Naked.
Naked. You know what? We misjudged
You
it.
should have dumped out a full naked bottle on the Ouija board.
Yeah. And would have drank it all and went, thanks. And that would have been it.
And then the friend would have been like, whoa, where'd the... This is from Sadie Byron on Twitter. This is the story of how my car got possessed by an Irish flute player.
What?
Okay, we're off to the races, I'd say. Fun theme here with the possession, I guess. When I was about 8 years old, my mom was driving my brother and my friends home. Friends live with you? I'm just kidding.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
When we got into the car,
It's stupid.
That's funny.
It's kind of funny, actually. I've turned the corner. It's funny.
Thank you. When we got into the car, the dashboard. What?
The fuck are you
When
saying?
we got into the car, the dashboard was a speaker.
Yeah?
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Isn't that usually where the speakers are?
We couldn't turn it off or change the volume even if we turned the car off. I cannot emphasize enough how fucking loud this music was. We were playing outside all day, so my mom thought that we were some Harvard-level coders or some shit, and was convinced we somehow were responsible for this Irish takeover.
I don't even know what an Irish flute sounds like.
Sort of like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So kind of like Adam Sandler.
After a few days, the music stopped and never returned.
Okay. Is that the end of the story?
No, it's not. Are you ready for a very thrilling epilogue?
I guess so.
Also, once a cricket that we named Ed Sheeran lived in our car for a few months. 10 years later, the car still works, but barely. Spooky.
That's crazy.
Fuck! The storytelling was a little sloppy.
It was a little sloppy.
We critique these stories out of love. We do appreciate you submitting them.
A lot of focus on the dashboard.
What'd you fucking say to me?
I said a lot of focus on the dashboard.
Oh, right. Yes.
What did you think I said?
I said a lot of folks on the dashboard. I don't know why
That elicited that response?
I don't know why I got
What would be the worst song to have stuck at high volume no matter what you did?
My
in your
least
car?
favorite song in the world, Gautier.
I knew it was gonna be that.
Did you know that?
Somebody I used to know.
Yeah,
I knew that was the song.
Hate it. Hate it.
Kind of a banger. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like it.
I don't know. Hey, sound off in the comments. Do you love that song? When you do it like that.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds like Fraggle
Sounds
music.
exactly like that.
For 7 years, they played it relentlessly
I
on
think
the
Shane
radio.
must have wrote that song and they stole it from him.
If I wrote that song, I'd walk into the fucking ocean.
Well, then I hope you fucking wrote that song.
I didn't. And go fuck yourself.
Hey, dude.
Rude.
Maybe you'll be somebody I used to know.
Now that.
Yeah, dude.
Brian out of 10 spirits.
Brian
Too
back
many
at him.
spirits.
Yeah, dude. We're going too many spirits on that story?
Yeah, that would, no. Too many spirits on that joke.
Oh, cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Oh, shit, dude. It's aggressive.
Okay.
I got so excited about the cheers, I forgot how shitty the drink was.
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
I'm gonna have to go 3, man. I'm sorry. It just, the storytelling was a little sloppy.
Wait, 7. 7. I apologize. 7. I forgot about the cricket.
The Ed Sheeran cricket
What if the cricket?
had a little guitar.
Yes. Exactly right. Now you're smiling.
Yeah, because I'm just imagining a little cricket with a guitar.
Is it a log break?
Oh, wow! Man, how's it going, dude?
I think we gotta put another log on the fire.
You know what, pal? I think you're right.
Well, I don't want to throw you on the fire because you're one of my best bros.
What, should we high five or something?
Yeah, let's donk our fucking heads together.
All right, dunk away.
Donk!
Ah!
Great.
Yeah, give me another log, cool boys. Oh, mama, that's what Papa likes.
Can't believe you made logs, you fucking lunatic.
Well, now that I have your attention, I, the Fire, would like to tell you good folks about our sponsor for this app, Surfshark VPN. As you all know, we spend our lives online, whether it's checking email, streaming, or sliding into the DMs of other hot fire pit honeys. We'd like to think our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, so does our need for proper security. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all the data that you send through the internet. Right now, Surfshark has a really good deal. By using my link in description and promo code, you will get 83% off. Plus, you'll get 3 months for free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Damn, bro chachos, that sounds like a fire promo if you ask me. Anyways, back to the show.
That's a lot of smoke, baby.
Let's go to user Beans or Queens 1264.
Beans or queens?
Tumblr. For too many spirits.
Yes.
Colon.
Received. Thank you, Beans or Queens.
Thanks for the specificity. Last year, I was in San Francisco with my cousin walking around a random shopping area. We soon approached 3 houses identical to each other in build, but not color.
I've seen that also in every suburb in America.
Yeah. Wait, those houses aren't the same color?
I just shit my pants.
We stopped to look at them because they were kinda creepy, but then we kept walking. Right then, I heard a female voice whisper right behind my ear. It said, rush, 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 rush.
What? Can I see how that is written?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say that, yeah.
Rush, 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 rush.
He's pronouncing that perfectly.
I quickly looked to my cousin and he looked as shocked as I felt. He heard the voice right behind his ear too. And it couldn't have been him because he was walking ahead of me on my left and there was no one else around.
See that one more time? I just want to do a breakdown of this. Rasha Sharawish.
Now here's the thing. If someone said something to me with that many syllables, I don't think I'd have a phonetic memory of it.
Would you say that's
Too many syllables?
Nice.
Yeah, let's get to the rating of that one. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot happened in that one, except for that funny little syllable word.
I like the specificity of typing out that nonsense word.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like it sounds like a mantra almost.
Yeah, like
Rasha sha 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 wish. 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 Sort of. Oh shit, dude, wake up. Hey, we gotta rate it. Where'd you go?
The most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Six Flags?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit of a stickler. I'm gonna give that a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 5. Well, it's time for another story, but before we do that, ring! Well, I rang it.
You rang it already.
Ring that bell. I made more.
Oh God, good, thank God. He's made more.
I think it's better.
Delicious. Is it better?
A little bit, 3% better.
Ah, man, I tried.
Not
What did you
nothing.
tweak? Did you put more alcohol in
Less
it?
vodka, more watermelon.
Am I crazy? Does this taste as horrid as...
I don't think it's as bad.
Oh, why do I hate it so much? You know what it is? I don't think the watermelon's a good cover-up agent
Yeah, it's a rough time.
with watermelon.
Yeah,
But I've had vodka-soaked watermelon before. Pretty good. This,
I can see you just sucking on a watermelon with a big ol' hole in it.
yeah, dude. What I do is I just stick a big tube in the melon and I just go,
Do you butt chug it?
yeah, dude. Yeah, I just stick it right up the butt.
Ryan just does a headstand.
Yeah, dude.
Pops a watermelon on his ass.
Yeah, what I do is I go to Ralph's and I'm like, I'll take 1 melon, please. And they go, what? And then I just go, and I just put Tito's into the straw and I go, hold my feet for a second. And I do a
And then
handstand.
basically chugs it up. Don't butt chug. Don't butt chug. PSA, don't butt chug.
Unless you're a professional.
No, even then, I've never butt chugged. It's because it's dangerous and it can kill you. That's
Well, if
not
you're
the
not-
only
if
reason
you're-
I haven't done it.
If you're not classically trained, then it is dangerous.
Next story. This is from Page of Cups.
Fuck, man.
It's nasty.
It's horrid. Steven, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm proud of myself.
Background note, real quick. My GF and I both do spirit work, and we're pretty familiar with how different people like to come through / what that feels like on our end. So my girlfriend and I were going for ice cream in the middle of the day, and I, having a terrible sense of direction, was basically lost.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
What?
Mine's lemon custard.
When I was a boy,
Okay.
it was,
Not an invitation for an anecdote.
I liked mint chocolate chip.
I liked mint chocolate chip as a boy too, with rainbow sprinkles.
On mint chocolate chip?
That's right.
That's twisted. You've always been cracked.
I'm kind of a sprinkles guy.
Oh, a reference to the TikTok. You look like a sprinkles guy.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Classic, we did it again. She was laughing and pointing out landmarks to me when I saw a familiar looking cemetery entrance. We stopped in front of the entrance at a red light, and I finally realized where we were. My uncle is buried in that cemetery. And as soon as I told her that, the whole car smelled like weed for like 2 seconds, and then it was gone.
Everyone's got an uncle who loves to blaze it, you know?
What's the deal? What's the
Oh,
deal?
Jesus Christ.
What are uncles anyway? It's my dad's brother, it's my mom's brother. What are they doing there? I'm supposed to talk to them like they're sort of my dad?
Except they're not my dad.
Yes, now you get it.
I don't. I was just playing along.
Okay, all right. We cracked up because the uncle I was talking about was a notorious stoner, and it was definitely his way of saying hi. Hi. The car windows were up, the AC was on, there was no breeze and no one on the sidewalks. It was a hot box from beyond the veil, and
shit,
honestly, it made both of our days.
That's crazy, dude. A fucking paranormal hot box. Oh my God, you know what that actually is? It's a fucking spirit box, dude.
It's a spirit.
We call that
Hot box spirit, it's a spirit box.
We call that spirit box. And you know what even kind of sounds like a spirit box is it's like that's fucking dope, dude.
That's a 10 out of 10
That's how you talk
from
to
me.
Jesus Christ, baby.
That's
That's
a
how you
10
talk
out
to
of
my
10.
boy JC.
Page of Cups, my hat is off to you, and not only that, I'm not wearing it for the rest of the season.
Holy shit,
My hat is off
dude.
to you, Page
Holy
of Cups.
shit, dude, you
it's
fucking-
a 10 out of 10.
Let's give that a 10 out of 10
That's too many spirits. First of the season feels good to break the
That felt
seal.
good. That felt good. That felt
Break the seal is too far.
Whoa.
Okay, soggy time. You want me to get you a little soggy
you
one?
you got the sand.
I got the flip flops that lets me get soggy over here. You know what I'm talking about?
You're a soggy soul boy. Oh shit, dude.
I got it.
User anonymous Tumblr.
Anonymous?
Yeah. This is an anonymous person. That means this story is going to be extra picante.
This is gonna be juicy as hell.
When me and my sisters were younger, we had an older cousin.
That's okay. Now hang on.
God,
a sec.
no.
It's very interesting that you brought this up.
It's weird that you're wet.
I'm real wet, yeah.
I'm just going to point that out. It's weird.
Very strange that cousins keep showing up in these spooky stories.
Yeah,
but just
what
to
a
say,
fucking
cousins
crazy-
are spooky.
What a crazy coincidence that people who write us have cousins. When me and my sisters were younger, we had an older cousin and her friends who introduced us to a game where we were possessed by either a murderer named Annie or one of her victims. I don't think any of us really knew what it meant. But one day, when there were no adults in the house, she did the game ritual to her friend, and then, I don't know how much / if she was pretending, but she chased me and my sisters, Jesus Christ, with an axe? What the fuck?
Hey, squeeze me.
Wait a second, hold on. This story went 0 to 1,000 in like 1 second.
Squeeze.
1 second, they're playing a fun game with kids. The next second, you're chasing somebody
It
with
was
an
sort of a
axe.
fun axe, you know?
They went
like a play school axe.
It sounds like they went full Jack Torrance here all of a sudden. That's fucking crazy, man. You ever chased someone with an axe?
No, I haven't.
Not even with an axe body spray?
No, I don't care for this stuff.
Yeah, neither do I. And I don't remember the rest of the night other than hiding in my grandma's room, but I never seen her again. Wait, what?
It would be the freakiest thing in the world if you had a cousin all your life and then you found out the cousin was a ghost.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucked up.
Especially if like
Like we went to birthday parties for them.
and no one ever, you never consulted your other family members.
Yeah.
Until one day you're like, what a good memory. We had a TGI Fridays with Sam. And they're like, who's Sam?
What's TGI Fridays? Can you imagine
What the fuck is this story?
It's a strange story. I don't know what the implications are here.
This is to me almost akin if like I had you over for a dinner party and you just picked up an axe
Yeah, and then disappeared forever.
and then disappeared.
Maybe that's my master plan.
And I was like, yo, Steven, I can't believe fucking Shane just chased us all with an axe. And then Steven went, who's Shane?
It would be sick if one of us was a ghost.
I would have a breakdown.
Wait, shut up. It would be sick. Sorry. Sorry, I told you to shut up. It would be fucked up if one of us was a ghost and then everybody went back to watch the old videos and one of us wasn't there. A mass hallucination via the internet? That'd be crazy. That. I mean, it would be. Admit it.
Who are you talking to?
The audience at large.
Oh. Well, I'm going to put this back in the pool.
Send it.
I'm going to make
Full
it.
send. As. Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to rate that one a 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 4!
Why?
It left me with a lot of questions, but not in the way that is satisfying.
I mean, just because you say things with the closed fingers like this doesn't make it more profound.
I mean, what's going on here? I can't do it like that. I wasn't doing it like that.
Well, you had one of them out. You had one of the guns out of the holsters.
What's going on here?
That's even
that
worse.
better?
No.
I need more information.
That's fair. Oh yeah, I like that. I did like that.
All right, there's been too many spirits.
Yeah, all right.
What
well,
a blast.
We'll see you all later again when the spirit pool blesses us again.
That's right.
We get another soggy story.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.